Hey everyone, today I'll be showing you how to create a user script using Luna Park. So, what is a user script? It's just a simple program to enhance navigation on a website. And we'll take the example of Hackernews. So Hackernews is just a simple website to share some links. It's powered by the Y Combinator. And let's say we want to highlight links that have above 100 points. So to do that, we'll first need to install Tampermonkey, which is a Chrome web extension. And then just click on the little Tampermonkey icons, click on Dashboard, Settings, and under Security, make sure the Modify Existing Content Security Policy is set to Remove entirely, so that the hot refresh features of Luna Park works correctly. So now we'll just set up our user script. You can click on Hackernews, click on Create a new script, and just copy paste what's on the past bin on the video description. We'll just need to update a few things. First thing would be to use the Hackernews URL here, and make sure there's still this little star to make this works on any page of the Hackernews website. Hit Ctrl S, and when you refresh Hackernews, you should see a little one that indicates that our script has correctly been loaded to the website. So now let's dive into Luna Park. First, create a new project. Create a new script. I'll call it like a script, I guess. And just for the sake of demonstration, I'll create a very simple script to see if this works on Hackernews. So I'll create a onload nodes, which will be executed at the very first step of the script. And then an alert, which will just display a simple message. I hit Ctrl S to save it. I'll activate the auto reload features and copy the direct link to our script. And on Tampermonkey, I'll paste this link right here. So now if I hit F5 on Hackernews, I get my little message. So the easiest way to create user script using Luna Park would be to have two monitors, one with the Luna Park editor and one with your target website. For the sake of this video, I'll just put the Hackernews on the side window like this, and I guess it should be good. So the first thing would be to retrieve all these elements from Hackernews. For this, just right-click on something, click Inspect. You can see that all these elements are lines of a table, and the element we are interested in with a link are called a thing. They have a thing class. So to select them, we'll use the query selector all node, and to select things with class a thing, the selector would look like this, dot a thing. And then we can log everything just to see if that works. So I can hit Ctrl S, refresh the page, and we have all these things. So we did get all the links. Now we need to get the number of points of those links. To do so, we'll create a new function, but first let's see what are those elements. If I hit Ctrl and Alt, I can see that those are elements. So when I create my function, let's call it get points, I'll need those elements as an input. So their type would be element. And our output would be a number, the number of points. So I can already create my function, get points. And to execute it for each element, I need to use a function called for each. So for each element, we can use our getPoints node. So let's dive into our getPoints function. We get the element, but the points are not in those elements, they are after it. You can see that when I hover this, the number of points is not highlighted. So we need to get the element after this one. To do so, we'll use the getNextSibling node, which will return an element, and then get text content, which would get all the text of this element. And to get only the number, we can cast this to number. So to see if this works correctly, we'll just log this. Log it, not get the log of it. And when I hit refresh, I get the correct numbers. So now it's really easy. We'll just have to compare the number of points to 100. And if that's the case, then we'll just set the background of this. So those are elements, but they are special kind of elements. They are HTML elements. And we need to cast those elements to HTML elements to update our style. So I'll just cast this to HTML element, then get the style, and then set background. So I believe the orange of Hackernews is something like FF6600, and hit Ctrl S, refresh, and we get those background on the link that have over 100 points. So it's not really readable, so I'll just add 5, which is the opacity. Then it's a little more readable. So this script will be executed anywhere under the news.ycombinator.com domain. If I go to more, for example, it also works there. So to get my script, I can hit download here, or I can just disable the auto reload and use a direct link. If I open a new tab with this, okay, I must compile it first. So I hit compile, F5, and this is my script. So I can copy paste this directly onto my user script, and now my user script worked without LunaPark. If I hit F5, it still works. So now you've created your very first user script using a couple of nodes, and it's really not that complex, but you can do a lot more with LunaPark. For example, add a little button to save some links to a table, for example, and you should try it out. Until next time.